Robert and Angela.
So,
Okay, Sal, you have a question?
yes.
All right, just give Julia 1 second to get back up.
I think before you
One
open-
second. If you guys would like to stay, you're more than welcome. If you want to leave, it's up to you, entirely up to you. We'll leave it to your discretion to excuse yourself when you're ready. Go ahead, Si.
So I was trying to ask you before you open the public comments, Mike, is this budget presentation, was it posted on the website? Because
Julie?
The budget is not posted on the website because there is no budget to be posted on the website until we hit the button to put it into the hands of the county office. It is not put on the website at any point leading up to that. It is published in the newspaper. That is what is required. Once we approve the final budget on April 28th, within 48 hours, we have to post and will post the user-friendly budget to the website.
So, looks like that
Can you move
wasn't
your
the-
microphone closer to your mouth, please? I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me now?
No, move
You have
it
to get
closer to your
closer.
mouth, the microphone. There you go.
Okay, so based on what I looked previously, I think a tentative budget for public to come and ask questions the presentation was previously posted.
No.
But this was not posted. I got the answer to my question. Now, the budget data was shared with the board members at 7 p.m. The tentative budget data that we are reviewing right now was shared at 7 p.m. yesterday with the board members, except for the select few who were on the Finance and Facility Committee. Also, the budget data that was shared with us at 7 p.m. yesterday, I did not have the enrollment numbers. So in my opinion, it was an incomplete tentative budget packet or budget information that was shared with the board members. And I believe it's not appropriate for the business admin or the superintendent to recommend the board to approve the tentative budget for $59,735,380 without giving us ample time to review the budget. And I would like to reiterate, which I have said before, we as elected representatives have a fiduciary duty to review how our tax dollars are spent. If we are given incomplete information, not even with 24-hour notice, and there is no way that we can review and arrive at a decision within 24 hours. This is a volunteer position and we are working. How does I think it's not appropriate for the administrator or the superintendent to expect to have this vote. Also, based on the tentative budget that was provided and the audit report from 2021, based on the audit report from 2021, we have an 8% increase in cost per student, which is almost $24,000. It's a lot more than what Milburn spends compared to us. We have a decreased enrollment, and I don't understand why we are seeing such a big hike. And I would like to propose that we table this tentative budget approval to a later date, because looking at the dates, we still have until March 28th. And I, as a board member, was not given enough time or all the required information to make an informed decision. So I propose that we table this to a later date for the entire board and the public to have enough time to review and provide feedback. Thank you.
Are you making a motion, Si?
Yes, I'm making a motion to table this because we were not given
Mark
entire
is keeping honest in
information.
my procedure here, so if you're making a motion to table it, I will need then a second to bring up that motion for a vote, a discussion and vote? Yes. So is there a second on the floor to table this budget?
Yes, I think that's a good idea, so I'll second that.
So we have a second on a motion to table this vote. Any discussion on this tabling of the motion?
No, my question is what's the time frame for the review? I know the finance committee met and we reviewed it. So what would be the time for review? Because we would need I guess another meeting posted to be able to
We would have to
do
have
that.
another meeting before March 28th.
Okay.
This is where you are a board of committees,
So you have to trust your board members who are in those committees to make the right decisions. People who are in the committees get more information, and you trust those people in those committees.
We reach out to those people and ask questions.
With all due
Yes,
respect.
it is very good.
I found Melissa, I found Dr. Varley and Ms. Scott very forthcoming. Any question I had, whether it was in a committee meeting or outside of a committee meeting, I asked questions both inside and outside the committee.
We also received yesterday from Julie a pretty detailed list of appropriations and revenues.
It didn't have enrollment numbers, which is a key information for a budget.
Everything that's in here we got yesterday.
I
More
just
than
checked
24
on
hours.
I just checked. I don't think
You're on
enrollment,
this email. You're on the email.
the enrollment numbers were included?
Every number that's in here, it's not presented as nicely as this, agreed, but it's very easily.
It was not even, okay.
This is the first time I've seen any enrollment numbers. We have not seen any enrollment numbers until
I
tonight.
can show you.
Our enrollment numbers have been presented even longer before than yesterday.
I also just want to say, as a committee, we had a lot of discussion. We had a lot of back and forth. We reviewed, Tom, you were on that committee, so we had a lot of interaction, we had a lot of questions. The administration went back, they made some adjustments, some changes. So this was an ongoing process.
And the enrollment numbers are our projection. Anything could happen. This is our best projection right now.
And on last
16 months
week's
away.
meeting, you actually sent out January and December's enrollment numbers. So the 25, right, that we're estimating is not like a huge jump that we would have to
No, I think you're at
recalculate.
2507
Okay.
in January.
So we have a
All I'm
motion
trying
on the
to-
floor.
Wait, I wanted to also
All
just
I'm-
say something about the process, because I understand
No, wait a minute. You're not a member of the board. This is for the board discussion, not you.
the board attorney weighs in
You
on
are
legal
not a
matters.
member of this board. This is for a
The board attorney is here to comment about
I
legal
don't care
matters.
where you are. You're not a member
No,
of
Hold
the board.
on, hold on,
I'm
This
an
is for the board to
Please.
discuss.
No, it's not
Little
just for the
decorum,
board.
please, both of you, please. Calm down. Tom, please make your
He is
statement.
not a member of the board. I don't want a ninth board member here.
Okay.
We've paid now probably 5 hours of time for this guy. All right, he didn't
What
need
is-
to be
Can I
here.
have your question, Tom, please?
All right, listen. You have to trust your committee, but the committee was not trusted by the administration. We were not allowed to have the detailed information to take it home and study it. We had to come into the board office, but we were never allowed to have the detailed information for analysis. So I have not had a chance to scrub this budget. You're getting what they want without any scrubbing.
Okay. All right, so we have
That's
a
it.
motion.
And I can't support something that I was not allowed to see in
You
detail.
did see it, Tom.
All right,
You saw it,
please.
and we went over it.
We're not
Sorry,
having
but
a, we're not
this
having a
is-
back and
This is
forth.
not a right procedure. You're going to have to restructure your committee so that they have access to the information to do the analysis. You cannot let your administration dominate this board, and that's what happened here. This is their budget without any changes by any board members.
Okay,
Mike,
thank you.
I would
I'm
like to-
sorry, but that's what happened,
Okay.
and I don't like it.
And
Okay,
with
thank
all
you,
due
Tom.
respect, Dr. Worley, when you say we have to trust our committee members, we do trust them. Just because we trust them doesn't mean we need to not validate it. There is a concept of trust and verify. I do trust every committee member that's on the Finance and Facilities Committee. And to answer to Robert's questions, I had no idea what was being discussed. There was nothing that was shared with us. I did ask about 10 days ago that in the past, and I have checked with previous board presidents, the entire board was given some sort of a budget information or a budget packet in the third week of February. And when I asked for it, I was told that the state numbers have not come in. And I went back and clarified. Previously, we were given a budget packet without the state numbers, and they were plugged in later. I think we all have to do our due diligence.
6 to 10 years ago, that was the process that was used here, yes.
I need to finish my question. So all I'm saying is, we have a fiduciary duty. We need to do our due diligence. I got less than 24 hours to review this budget, and the enrollment numbers were not listed in there. This is the first time I'm seeing them, and I think if we as elected representatives are going to be bound by our fiduciary duty that Gwen said at our training, then I think we need to table this and schedule another meeting.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
we